All right, we're getting ready to bottle the Dragon's Blood Mead. But in the meantime, I got a little mess here. Oh, look at the flowers. Look at the orchids. They're absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What we're going to do here is we're going to... a little bleach water with a little soap. I put my bottles in the sink, get the labels off, soak them in there for a second or two. We're going to set up the bottling wand, or my jet. It's not a bottling wand. This is the jet cleaner. And we screw that on there. Jet rinser, I guess you'd call it. And you're going to tighten that on there quick. Bottles are soaking, that's okay. This one you want to tighten, not the leak. Now when you go to turn this on, it's going to want to squirt you. So put your hand over it, turn it on, and now she's pressurized. Under pressure. Then what we do is we take our drill, we made this here, under pressure, out of an old coat hanger, some shoelaces, and a hot glue gun. Ooh. Wash that off into the bleach water. I'm going to make a mess here. Take our drill, plug it into our drill, take our bottle. How you doing? Might be a pain in the butt, but that'll get action going in there. Whip it around. You can let it drain out at the same time here. I don't know if I'm on high or low. Oh, I'm on high. I think I'm on high. We wash the inside of the bottles like this really good. And we'll take it out. Nice and clean. We washed them outside with a rag because they sat on the shelf for a while. Get the dust off them. And then you simply put them on your jet washer like this. And spin it around a little bit. Of course, I like the hot water. And just like that, that one's clean as a whistle. My sanitizer's in here. We're going to put these into sanitizers before we start bottling it. But this is what we do with almost every one of our bottles, just to make sure they're nice and clean. This little wand gets the bottom if there's any dirt in them. Of course, if you rinse your bottles out when you're done using them, they should be almost whistling clean. And you shouldn't even have to worry about the dirt in there. There won't be any. And now we'll get back to the cleaning. This one still has a label on it. This was made in 2018. This was our peach wine. Oh, this is good. We still got a lot of this in the basement. And it came in at 15.5.48%. We bottle it, well, shoot, a year later after fermentation. In 19. But that's it. They've just been sitting. And most of them have been rinsed. I guess this one got missed. But if you get done drinking your meads and your wines and that, and you just put a little water in there like a beer bottle, shake them out quick, drain the water out of there, they'll stay clean. Yeah, I think we're going to put a towel down here. What we have here is we got our corks. Aha! We have our corker and our corks and some bottles. Guess we're going to start out with the big ones. Going to examine them again for cleanliness, which I just got done washing really nice. And I'll get a couple under the solution here, let them fill up quick. So that's, I have a couple to start with, and then the wife, she's going to be the, she'll fill bottles. I like to put them right underneath the sanitizer, fill them right up. Can't go wrong with sanitizing that way. Takes a little longer, but never really had a problem. Here's our corks. They're the synthetic ones this time. I believe they're number 9s. Yeah, number 9s. You might as well just throw some right in a bucket here. That way it'll be ready. The wife will say, oh my God, they're in my way, but I like to sanitize those, have them all ready. Get a little froth going in there. Okay, what we're going to do too is degas. After 8 months, we're not sure we have to, but we're going to check it out. In there you'll find my wand in the bucket. My stirring wand. Oh, you found it. Homemade again. Nothing more than a twist tie on an old coat hanger. So we're going to get this in here for degassing. Not sure we have to, but why take the chance? She sat here for 8 months. We're calling that done. Okay, I'm with the 2020 Mead here. The wife's going to give me a bottle. Swirl it so it'll just a little bit. There you go. I'm going to get the wand in. Oh, yeah. Okay, you want to hand me the corker there. In a minute. Hoo-ha. Yes, thank you. Just have her. My assistant is my lovely assistant here. I don't know if the other camera's going to pick up on this. I was going to sit in a chair and do this, and somehow I got stuck squatting on the floor. For some reason. I don't know why I'm not in a chair. I need a cork. See if I remember how this is done. Cork is sanitized, stick it into the hole, stick your thing over the bottle, straighten it on, push, and push. Boy, that one went in pretty tough. There's bottle number 1. So I'll fill a couple, then I'll cork them. The wife's got the little ones coming out now. And I'll squat on the floor so I'm comfortable, because it's a lot of work not to be comfortable. I'm surprised it was hard to push that cork in. It's easier on the chair. The bottling wand comes up and it shuts itself right off at the right level. You let it come right up to the neck. Don't worry about your sanitizer. It's a non-rinse sanitizer, Star San. It stays sanitized all the way up. You'll see a little snake of loveliness come up here. Take it to the bottle's full until it actually overflows. Just a bit, and you know she's full. This squatting on the floor is for the birds. I should be in a chair.
It's right behind you.
Hey, she says it's right behind me. How you doing?
Put it right behind you, the good one.
Ah!
Just slide that, roll that one forward.
Oh, I get the masters. Oh. Well, just launched the computer onto the floor. Broke a plate. How you doing? Look at that. Smashed the plate. Mr. Clumsy. Oh. All right, so here's what we got here. 23 bottles. So she's gonna push the wand. Should have one more bottle. But we'll end up drinking this later, maybe in a hot tub or something. Go ahead. So here's the accident I had before at the wife's office. Knocked down her computer. It's on a slippery slope, so maybe it's not my fault. Knocked down 3 of her notebooks. And then I broke a plate. Better the computer, or better the plate being broken than the laptop. This is her workstation here. She's been working home since last March. So back to the mead here. Oh boy. I'm rolling around in this chair. I'm going to have another accident. We ended up with, like I said, the little bottles equal 2 of the big ones. So we'll do a count here. It's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Put the labels on the mead. What I do is I take a bottle, I take a bleach rag, and I wipe it down like this first. It really doesn't matter. Then we set her down. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up at this angle. We take one of our sprayed labels. And we take it over here, we dip it in the milk. We sprayed the labels with clear. You can use clear lacquer, you can use anything. You want to get away from the seam if possible. Well, I should have located that first, I just found it. And try to put your label on evenly with the other ones. Set it on there, just push it down a little bit. I take this dry rag, I come over the top of it, and I just hold it down here for, I don't know. This is milk and cream I'm using. Just come down here like this here for, oh shoot, 30 seconds or so. Hope it's on straight. Then I take my bleach rag again and I wipe it down with the bleach because you don't want any excess milk coming off of there. And there's one. And it she goes pretty quick. Like I say, wipe it down quick. Find your seam. Turn your seam away. You don't want the label to go over the seam. Let's grab another one. Set her down in the milk. Here's a milk and cream setup here. Just a little dip like that. Trying to line it up about 1 inch from the bottom like the other one.
Okay.
And say push her down. Line it up. Of course I got this one crooked already. Why wouldn't I? Push her down. And just hold it there for a second. It's actually drying the milk underneath it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's probably good enough. And these stay on nice, so
You're on number 2. So what's wrong with the emergency?
Wipe it down with a bleach rag again. And there's the second bottle. So we get on with bottling these, and we'll show you how we put on the sleeves over the top of those. You got those in the package right here. You got all the labels on here, so now we're going to put the caps. And to boil water here, we're going to use that magic stove where you turn it on here. And these are the new style stoves here. She'll be boiling within 30 seconds. Poof, just like that, she's magically boiling. Your bottles, you just put your labels on, put your finger over the cap. Watch you don't get burnt. Get it in a little bit, get your finger the hell out of the way. And just dry it like that. There's one. Heat shrink tubing. There's number 2. That has no effect on the taste of the mead whatsoever. Just got to remember to move your finger. It goes really fast. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Just like that. 6. And that's 23 bottles of Dragon's Blood mead. That's labeled, bottled, ready to give away for Christmas. We got some friends waiting for this one. So we'll get another picture of this just for the hell of it. And that's it, folks.